Is journalist and Middle East expert, author of the book They Must Be Stopped, Brigitte Gabriel. Brigitte, great to have you back. How are you?
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
Okay, what is your reaction to the new intelligence that 9 days after the attack, the Obama administration finally says, well, gee, maybe it wasn't spontaneous, maybe it was pre-planned?
Well, he is trying to save face, basically, because while he made the American public believe that once we killed Osama bin Laden, our problem with the Islamists are over. You know, this whole war on terror is behind us. And he basically fooled the American public, because now the American public is waking up to realizing we not only have a problem with Al-Qaeda, we have a problem with the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, we have a problem in Libya, with different groups that share Al-Qaeda's ideology. What is even worse is we found out that there's a politician in the new Libyan government who actually was working with the Muslim Brotherhood Front, whom we assigned to protect our embassy in Libya.
And is that the tweet that the I think it was either Sean Smith who said that, you know, assuming that I survived the night because he had seen one of the Libyans who was on the security force take a photograph that night?
Well, we even now knowing that actually the politician told this security group that stop, do not act, because they're going to be a planned attack. Put your arms down, do not do anything. So our president assigned a Muslim Brotherhood Front to protect our people and our embassy in Libya.
And ultimately it was not protection.
And ultimately he basically betrayed his fellow Americans, and their blood is almost on his hands as much as the blood of those who we lost are at the hands of the Islamists as well.
What do you think of the fact that there is now some evidence that indicates that this was being run by an individual formerly in Guantanamo that we released to Libya?
This is the frustrating part that has been frustrating us in the intelligence community for a very long time, because we have already known and captured back over 12% of those we have released from Gitmo. We recaptured them on the battlefield. What people need to remember is those people in Gitmo are die-hard jihadist, murderous barbarians. They want to kill. We release them. They go back to Al-Qaeda. They work with our enemies and back to killing us. A lot of them ended up back at Gitmo. That's why their own countries do not want them.
But of course, if Obama says he's closing Gitmo, he's got to release them. And some of them, there are no countries who will take these individuals.
No, they're not going to take them because they know better. That's why we cannot close Gitmo. We have die-hard jihadists that we need to treat them.
But when we release them, if they're organizing or orchestrating attacks and the murders of Americans, really quickly, Brigitte, what do you think of the fact that Obama and Hillary are purchased ad time in the Middle East to apologize for the video?
Shameful and insulting to the American public. And as a taxpayer who pays my taxes to this government, I am insulted and livid that my president will use my tax dollars to apologize to barbarians who killed our people.
And you heard that there was an effort on the part of the House to stop funds going to some of these countries. It was defeated overwhelmingly. What do you think of that?
Well, you know what? I think the American public needs to speak up now, because elected officials, unless they hear from our people, they're not going to do anything. On our actforamerica.org website, we have a petition gathering hundreds of thousands of signatures. Unless we put pressure on elected officials to do the right thing, they're not going to do it on their own.
All right, Brigitte Gabriel, as always, thanks for being with us.